Deshaun Watson is a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Prior to the Browns, Watson was the quarterback for the Houston Texans. Watson did not play a single snap in 2022 because of sexual allegations lodged against him, which resulted in over 20 civil lawsuits being filed against Watson. Tony Buzbee represents most, if not all, of the women who have filed lawsuits against Watson. Buzbee is a Texas lawyer who's well known for handling high-profile cases. The video deposition testimony that has been put out into the internet and that I'm about to discuss has allegedly been leaked by Buzbee. If this is true, then Buzbee is clearly attempting to fuel the public resentment about Watson. All of the public are potential jurors. Therefore, if this matter goes to trial, the theory goes that Buzbee leaking information will hopefully tend to persuade potential jurors about Watson's guilt. The person asking Watson questions off camera is Buzbee. And Buzbee being off camera is 100% normal in this particular setting.
You don't remember her telling you that she wasn't going to go to a hotel room with you?
I don't remember that. That's why I saw it on Instagram.
So you think you saw a story that involved her?
Definitely possible.
Definitely possible.
There's obviously a conversation before the video starts about how Watson got in contact with this particular female massage therapist. The reference to the hotel room clearly is being used to hopefully plant a seed with anybody watching and listening that Watson asked this female massage therapist to meet in a hotel room. Buzbee is also establishing that Watson found this massage therapist on Instagram, which one could argue is where most people slide into the DMs as opposed to finding a licensed professional massage therapist. If someone is really interested in getting a massage, they might get a referral, or they might go on the internet and do their research to find a qualified licensed professional massage therapist instead of sliding into someone's DMs. Sliding into someone's DMs is more related to someone trying to hook up as opposed to getting a professional massage, and that's exactly what Buzbee wants the public, potential jurors, to think.
Did you find her attractive?
That wasn't my intention, sir.
I didn't ask you what your intentions were.
I can't answer that. I have a girlfriend, so that wasn't my intention, sir.
Okay, so you can't answer that because you have a girlfriend.
Because that's not what I was looking for.
Talk about a loaded question. I call these F you questions, because it does not matter how someone answers the question, they're going to make you look bad. And Watson even made himself look worse because when Buzbee asked him, was she attractive? He says, that was not my intention. Intention had nothing to do with attractiveness. You can clearly tell that Watson is uncomfortable with this question. This is the exact reason why Buzbee videotaped this deposition. Videotape depositions cost more, but it enables a trial lawyer like Buzbee to show the jurors exactly the demeanor and tone of a witness that is testifying, and then using these answers at trial. And then when he uses them at trial and he's able to play the video and the jurors are actually able to see this person answer questions, the tone of their voice and their demeanor. This is 100% better than someone just reading a transcript out loud at the time of trial, which is way less effective than watching an actual video. Just the fact that Buzbee is asking whether the female is attractive likely means she's attractive. The fact that Watson awkwardly tries to get away from the question about talking about his girlfriend just makes him look horrible. Anybody in a relationship or married should be able to simply comment on whether someone else is attractive, especially if you're under oath in a deposition. If I was Watson's lawyer, I would have told Watson to answer the question similar to this. At the time of booking the massage, I did not consider whether or not she was attractive, sir. The question's answered. Instead, Watson never really answers the question. He kind of meanders around it, which makes him look silly and also makes him look guilty.
What did you want from her?
Just a massage.
Again, another loaded question. What did you want from her? Well, at least Watson got this one right because he clearly answered it correct. He kept it short and simple, which is what I tell clients all the time. Just a massage, sir. This is likely exactly how his lawyer advised him to respond to this question. Obviously, anything other than this question could cause Watson to look horrible.
Was she a massage therapist?
Yes, sir.
Licensed?
I'm not sure, sir.
Trained?
I'm not sure, sir.
Schooled?
I'm not sure, sir.
Buzbee goes down this line of questioning to reinforce the argument that I brought up at the beginning of this analysis, which is Watson finding a female massage therapist on Instagram is weird. Someone who's serious about getting a massage, especially when you're a professional athlete, likely wouldn't find a massage therapist on Instagram. Someone would more likely than not research that person, find out their qualifications, find out their training, find out if they're properly licensed. You put that together with the fact that he messaged this massage therapist, DM'd her on Instagram, really doesn't make him look innocent. In fact, it makes him look really guilty. It makes him look like he really wasn't interested in getting a professional massage. It looks more like he was interested in engaging in some sort of sexual activity.
Did you tell the Texans you were doing that?
No, sir.
Did you tell your trainer you were doing that?
No, sir.
Buzbee again is supporting the same argument. If a professional athlete was serious about getting a massage, why wouldn't he talk to his employer, the Houston Texans? Watson, being an NFL quarterback, gives the Houston Texans a vested interest in knowing about Watson's health and who is providing Watson with any kind of therapy. Again, one can clearly see how this line of questioning can be used to support the argument that Watson was really interested in sexual activity as opposed to getting a proper therapeutic massage.
Pretty risky to go to some place you've never been before, to have somebody you didn't really know, you didn't know anything about their skill level, to give you a massage. So what I'm trying to figure out, Mr. Watson, is why you would post something on Instagram suggesting that you were in New York City when you were instead in Houston getting a massage.
On the advice of my lawyer, I assert my rights under the Fifth Amendment.
Okay, this is where business really picks up. Buzbee clearly knew that Watson was going to invoke his Fifth Amendment privilege. The Instagram question at the beginning was a prelude to this question. Buzbee clearly knows that Watson has lied, possibly under oath, about his whereabouts at this particular time, or Watson would have zero reason to invoke the Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment is the constitutional right not to incriminate yourself. Therefore, Watson's attorney is clearly concerned about Watson possibly incriminating himself with the answer to this question, and the only way that it is possible if Watson has answered this question in the past with a lie. This question is likely the main reason why this video was leaked, because anyone invoking their Fifth Amendment, even though it's a constitutional right, people tend to think that person's possibly guilty. This next line of questioning comes after it was learned that Watson drove 30 minutes outside of Houston to meet a massage therapist at her mother's house, and after it was discussed, Watson was going to bring his own towel.
You don't think that's a little bit strange?
Can be, but I mean, we were communicating, so.
I mean, seriously, Deshaun, you don't think that's just a little bit weird?
I'm serious too, sir.
Oh, I'm not criticizing you. I'm just trying to figure out, do you
are
think
kind
that's a
of,
little
a
bit
bit.
weird?
I mean, it is what it is.
It was clear what Buzbee was doing with these particular questions. He set Watson up to fail, which is exactly his job. He was able to establish that Watson found this particular massage therapist online, specifically on Instagram, slid into her DMs, which leads us to conclude more likely than not that he was interested in sexual activity more than getting a massage therapist. And this is supported by the next line of questioning that gets into the fact that Watson knew nothing about this massage therapist, didn't know if she was qualified, licensed, schooled, or anything. And then to further complicate the fact, he doesn't tell his employer, the Houston Texans, he doesn't tell his trainer, who obviously his job is to get in there and make sure Deshaun Watson is in physical shape to get on the football field. So all of these things tend to lead someone to conclude, well, Watson's true intentions were not to get a massage, but instead to engage in some sort of sexual activity. So why would the Cleveland Browns sign Deshaun Watson? Well, as we know, or if you hear anything about sports, really good quarterbacks are hard to come by, and Deshaun Watson's a very good quarterback. So the fact that the Texans and him decided to part ways, the Browns saw an opportunity to grab Watson. And then the grand jury came back and said, hey, we're not going to lay any charges against Watson, so the Browns go ahead and sign him, thinking he is clear of all criminal allegations, criminal charges, and now all he faces possibly is an NFL suspension and or fine. So I guess the Cleveland Browns are thinking like that's possibly okay to deal with. Maybe the optics of it would be, maybe the social pressure wouldn't be. But the contract that Deshaun Watson signed with the Cleveland Browns is really interesting. The terms specifically, the details of the contract are as follows. $44.965 million signing bonus spread over the length of a 5-year deal, which averages $8.993 million each season. Watson's 2022 base salary is $1.035 million, which is fully guaranteed, and his base salary for 2023 is $46 million. Again, fully guaranteed. Now, there's two ways to look at Deshaun Watson's contract with the Browns. The first way to look at Watson's contract is that Browns structured Watson's 2022 base salary to be $1.035 million because it protects Watson's wallet. Well, if the NFL suspends him as part of an investigation related to these sexual assault allegations, then Watson's only out $1.035 million, and possibly whatever of the $4.965 million signing bonus was spread over that particular year of 2022. But I believe the second way is more likely. Almost every athlete contract nowadays involves a morality clause. A morality clause simply means that anything that could violate someone's moralities would allow the Browns to cancel that contract. Obviously, sexual assault allegations, proven correct, could do that. In the case of the Browns and Watson, if the NFL does suspend Watson over the sexual assault allegations, then I'm sure the Browns have included a morality clause in this particular contract, which could possibly allow the Browns to cancel the contract. I say could possibly because they don't have to invoke the morality clause. Depending on any additional facts that could come forward, maybe there's some details that come forward about the NFL's investigation, maybe they suspend him. Well, then the Browns could decide whether they wanted to weather the storm and keep Watson as their quarterback or whether they wanted to invoke the morality clause and get Watson out of there. If the NFL suspends Watson and additional damning information comes forward about the massage therapist or anything related to those sexual assault allegations, then I gotta believe that the Browns would cancel that contract, especially due to the social and political pressure that they would feel due to the gravity of these sexual assault allegations. I really appreciate you watching. Please comment, share my videos, and subscribe. Peace.